and spin you around. And for those that get in early, we are live at the Barossa Goldfields.
We're not walking over the goldfields, but we're at the public car park area and picnic area when we get to it. If you want to look over the goldfields, we've got an earlier...
And you should be able to get any of it. You want to set up the chat?
Oh, hang on, yeah.
Okay. At first we're just going to walk through here. And then we'll set things up on the tripod and stuff.
Yeah.
But we haven't told anyone we're here. This week has been a bit sort of full on for us. I mean, we didn't actually get to our weekly live that usually happens on a Friday we forecast for, because we had family commitments and some of those...
chasing Bridget's family tree.
And then we ended up, well, yesterday our usual video dropped. Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
Kangaroos?
Could be.
Yesterday our usual video dropped, and so we didn't want to
drop a live
on top of that, you know. And that was the National Railways Museum's one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we hope our subscribers really liked that one, because that one was a long time coming.
And it was really on railways.
Well, it was
totally railways.
Total railways, total South Australian railways. And we're not using the DJI software. Obviously, we're on straight from YouTube.
Yeah.
I've got you in the gimbal, but you know, it doesn't connect as well. Yeah, it's been raining out here. It feels like it again, doesn't it?
Last time we were out here, it was rather dry.
Yeah, it was. It felt like we were in the middle of a. We made reference to it. It felt like being in the desert, but it wasn't. Everything was dead out here, and now look at it, it's starting to green up.
Green up and turn to mud.
We still got no one. Oh, someone there. But yeah, like I said, this is the Barossa mine, the Barossa Goldfields.
It was never a big mining area, but they got a little bit of gold out of here.
Yeah, someone popped in.
Hi.
Yeah, if you're still there, if we haven't got the chat set up yet, we will, but yeah, hopefully we've still got people there, and we still says we're live. Waiting for people to come in. We'll just show them this. Or for anyone that does pop in, and I know it gets a bit slow, the feed. That's the internet for you. This is the museum area up here. Like you said, when we were here last time, this was just a dust bowl, wasn't it?
It was. Got all new growth and grass and stuff. And
the old stamping machine up here.
Yeah. Yeah, they had the equipment for gold mining.
Yeah.
But none of it was here very long.
No. We know other people have gone live today in the community, but starting to feel like rain again, isn't it?
Could be.
And this is supposed to, here it's starting to sprinkle.
Yeah. Well,
this is like to sort the ore out on, and a shaker.
A Phoenix wear concentrator.
Yeah. Someone named Harvey said, hey. Hi, Harvey.
Hi.
I guess they had like hit and miss engines and stuff like that used to go on those things. And this is the old museum just over here.
Bowden Cottage.
Yeah, Bowden Cottage. Like I said, this is all dirt when we were there last time.
It was all dirt.
But it's not open at the moment. But
I'll show them the opening hours on the door.
Yeah, look, if you're interested in coming up to Bowden Cottage, this one's actually run by volunteers.
So it's not open frequently, but
yeah, it's open like, was it once every week? Is it every week? It's just open weekly, isn't it?
Tuesday mornings 9 to 12.
That's
third Sunday of the month.
And Thursday, Sunday. So it's open every Tuesday, 9 to 12, and every Thursday of the month on a Sunday. And they've got
The
an
cottage
inside,
is well worth a look.
and inside this building is some really interesting stuff. So we did have this on our video on our channel. And there is 3 little walks you can do, or 3 big walks you can do. If you look on our channel, you'll see the Phoenix and
I forget the other 2 names, but yeah, we've got a series of 3
Hi, I
videos.
saw a big freight train. We got to set up, and that's like that's another to say. So we're going to set up.
Yeah, let's go and set up.
We'll go and set up, and we'll answer people from there. Up here, or do you want to set up over there? It's up.
Yeah, we've got a shelter over here.
We got a shelter over here.
Yeah.
Oh, there is. Yeah, there is. We'll sit there. This is quite nice here.
A lot of people thought most of the setting up with the camera, but we thought it'd be interesting to do a little bit of the live.
Should we go on this side, Jules?
Looking through. Okay, yeah, just get me. Got it on the tablet. I can do this on the phone.
Do this on the phone. Someone's actually said something. We'll have to answer them on when we get this set up. Just give us a second. Well, this table's getting a bit creaky.
Yeah.
It's seen better days.
But we'll get there.
We'll get there. Billy's just going to log in and talk to you. It usually takes a while for people to come in, so... Alright, we'll spin you around. Here we go. I saw a big freight train when I was in the hills yesterday. Pacific National class at Bridgewater line going to Melbourne. Oh, cool.
Very cool.
What was the next one? I'm going to spin you around so you can see us as well. Alright, we're sitting out here.
The video. Need to see the chat. Here we go. Oh, there, hi. It's a big freight train when it's in the hills. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Going to show us the Barossa old station.
Look at the camera, Jules.
Okay. Yeah, so Harvey, no, we're not going up to the railway line after this. Have we done Tanunda and Kapunda on video? We've done Tanunda on video.
Yeah, we've done Tanunda and Kapunda on video, yeah.
Yeah, so that's earlier videos.
They are earlier videos, yeah.
Yeah, today's just basically a live.
We do a live once a week.
About whatever.
We do a live once a week, and like I said, when we came in earlier, we'd said that this week had been busier for us, and we had some family commitments. And we got caught up online doing some research, basically family research. And we do like history, and even our own history is interesting. What else? What else can we tell them? And recent, like I said, if you go back today, this week's video dropped yesterday was on the National Railway Museum. And recently we'd been out to the quarantine station and the Maritime.
Torrens Island, yeah.
At Torrens Island. And the Maritime Museum's getting dropped soon. And I'm still working on the Torrens Island one, the quarantine station.
So we've got videos dropping up until the end of July now.
Yeah, there's another month of videos dropping. They're dropping weekly.
We've got one video work in progress, as Bridge mentioned.
Like I said, we've done 3 videos on this place. It's absolutely beautiful. And
it is.
If you are looking for a place to go and wander, the best days are Tuesdays, because that's open, the museum.
That's open, the museum's open. Best time of the day is actually very early in the morning, because the kangaroos are often still about.
Yeah, and I'll spin this back around because...
And the sunrise over the hills and the valleys behind us is absolutely gorgeous.
And my camera doesn't want to respond. There we go. Yeah, so...
I don't know if you're able to swing behind us at all.
We're able to swing behind us to show them what's behind us. Well, to do that, the valley is huge.
That's where we did the 3 earlier videos.
And you can walk around all this, and it's all full of mine shafts.
Yes.
And, you know, like I said, if you're looking for a great place to wander, why not come out here? It's Backagorla. How do you get past here? It's the back. You go out back of Sandy Creek.
Back of Sandy Creek, Cockatoo Valley, Williamstown Road. If you just type Barossa Goldfields into Google Maps or your whatever mapping software you're using, that'll find it.
Yeah, why not? Oh, someone's arriving here in a car. There's a lot of farmers out here. There's no one there with us now.
No.
Now, is there anything else we can fill them in about any of the history of South Australia you've been looking at recently?
Oh, I haven't been looking at much recently, Bridge.
Yeah, we've been doing family tree.
Looking up your family tree, and the problem of looking up history is it's such a broad, even for one state, it's such a broad area
Yeah, no.
that I tend to wait for Bridge to say, we're probably going to film this area.
Yeah.
We've got to do another walk around Hendon, have you mentioned? Do you want to do something
well,
else at Hendon?
We recently put a Hendon video together.
Yeah.
And I'm dropping a series on Hendon, so not on Hendon, but on the military bases.
Oh, that's
on
been dropped, or has that come?
That's coming. There's a whole compilation I put together of videos that are of the munitions in South Australia.
I don't know if you want to show them our feathered friend over there.
We've got a
that's the thing with live. We can do things
with lives.
like that.
You can see all this. We've got a magpie perched here. We moved the camera across. He's a bit camera shy.
Yeah.
He was up on there. There he goes.
I think he's used to people here having food and probably looking for a handout.
He probably is.
We've had our lunch already.
Yeah. It's a Sunday, so.
Oh, and that just on to the left of what you're seeing now, that's the toilet facilities.
Yeah.
It's a hole in the ground.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I think if you're an Australian, you probably
called Thunderbox.
Well, if you're an Australian, you probably would be quite used to. You'd be quite used to. Well, no, they call it Thunderbox. It's a long drop.
A long drop. I think they also call them Thunderboxes too.
Oh, well.
But yeah, it's a long drop toilet.
Any more comments there?
No.
No. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is, like I said, usually people talk to us and that would be great, but
it's okay.
It's okay if no one does. We're just hanging out.
And we're doing the video in a way that when it goes up later, people can watch it and enjoy it just for listening to us talk and looking at what scenery we've shown.
And we just want to, update on people what we've been doing.
Gawler was outside of Adelaide. I think Gawler is the next oldest town in South Australia. Adelaide's about 1836. Gawler is about 1839. The Goldfields, the gold up here was 1880s. So that'll give you an idea of the time frames. Between the Goldfields and here and Gawler being founded, you had copper being discovered up around Burra to the north.
Yeah.
And Gawler became a major through, transport corridor for the bulk teams and stuff going through to Burra. Then they started going west from Burra toward Port Wakefield, and that became the shipping port for copper and later on wheat. I think it was for copper.
Oh, yeah. That was at Kapunda.
That was up Kapunda Way as well.
Yeah.
I only mentioned Burra, but it wasn't just Burra. It was Burra, Kapunda. There was a few places up that way that had copper mines.
Yeah, and we've done videos on those too. I think that magpie's, I don't know, he's lining us up again.
Yeah, he's hopeful.
He's hopeful. I think because we're sitting at a table here, I think he thinks he's going to get dinner.
Yeah. So we're just going to disappoint him. But,
we really are. Yeah, so anyway, so I don't know, I guess this might be a short one in the end, I guess.
Be a short one. Well, I guess I'm used to Bridge asking me some questions.
Well, I could ask you questions, but I don't want you to
I've given a little bit of of history relevant to here. A lot of the Barossa area was settled by Germans from Prussia way, what's now part of Poland, I believe.
Yeah.
It was a particular part of Germany, and they and it was a whole large group of them settled out here.
So there's a large German population here.
Early 20th century, I think South Australia was about 20% German in origin.
Hi, Danny.
Hi. Yeah, hi.
Danny just said he's popped in to say hello. He's at work at the moment.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Danny.
Hi, Dan. Good to hear you.
And good. I hope you're well.
Yeah. And besides,
And when we stand his last live because we were busy working on stuff ourselves.
yes, it's look. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not
I
going to
just,
go into all the details,
well,
but
we'd love to be live again, but we just,
yeah,
it just didn't coincide. We were doing other stuff. We're out in the field, and he was on live, I
I,
think.
I won't go into all the details. But it was a really exciting. It was one of those moments of the family history research for Bridget's family that you just don't have very often.
Yeah.
Bridget's dad was adopted, and we had no information on his parents,
And we're talking about ancestry here.
and we connected with people and other researchers on
Ancestry is a
ancestry.com.
ancestry is a great research. The only problem with ancestry is that it can get expensive.
Yeah, if you want to be on Ancestry full time, it's like $30 a month, which in
Yeah.
some ways isn't a lot of money, but it's really good value
At the moment,
for the resources.
but we don't want to do an ad for
No, we're not
ancestry.
doing an ad for Ancestry.
No.
But what we found is we actually managed to find Bridget's grandmother, her dad's mum.
Yeah. The one that adopted her out. So
Yeah.
that was just amazing.
Or if someone else found
and
the
so,
information,
you know,
they put that up online.
I guess if you got any idea, I'm 57, so it's taken me 57 years to find my birth family.
Yeah.
So, and these
Bridge wasn't adopted, but
No.
her dad was.
No.
And so it was just to see this information up there, it was just incredibly amazing. And our end of the research, if you like, was Bridge did a DNA test,
Yeah.
and it was through the DNA matches that we ultimately found this information.
Do you want to walk around the goldfields and show them what's on
Yeah,
there?
we can do
We can
that.
we can always
can
do that. I mean, I haven't got a cover on the microphone, but I can we can have a little look around part of the goldfields here. And all you're going to see is holes in the ground, but we can show you a little bit about that, a little of that before we go, because
Yeah.
really the goldfields up here, I mean, this is more around here is this, if you want to look at stuff, look at the old dumping machines and stuff, that's what we got here. But when
Yeah.
you go and look down there, all you're looking at is holes in the ground. But I'm happy to show you what some of the goldfields would have looked like.
Yeah, we can
Yeah, let's go do that.
go for a walk. Yeah.
Okay. Instead of just sitting in one spot,
Yeah.
Let's grab my phone, just put it on thing. The only difference is I won't have my cover over my microphone, but
So you may get some wind noise, but I've
Sorry
still
about
got the chat window open on my phone.
Yep, and hopefully we won't lose anyone.
Well, there's only me on there now, so
Yeah,
but that is quite okay.
yeah. When people have popped in, like I said, Sunday tends to be a busy time when other people do lives, but we wanted to come in, and so that's what a drop tile looks like, or a long drop, or a
Yeah, we won't actually
Thunderbox.
inside. It's not.
It's not really the right thing to do. But yeah, they didn't find a hell of a lot of gold here, did they?
No, it wasn't a lot. In fact, one company set up with great fanfare and had the politicians invited in for the opening.
Yeah.
And it only lasted a month before they pulled out.
And how much money they put in here? It's on here
Oh,
somewhere.
it was some ridiculous amount of money. Was that the Bella Barossa mine?
They had three of them: the Menzies, Barossa main shaft. They had the Phoenix and the Bella.
Yeah.
And this one's called. What's this one called? There's something Hill. It's over there.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, the hill one. Yeah.
We'll walk this way. We won't walk backwards because it gets
No.
really complicated going backwards and forwards for people. But yeah, like I said, the last time we came here, it was so bloody dry.
So yeah, a walk through the area after some rain would be quite
And-
a contrast.
All around here is all farms. Yeah, it would be. We'll have a little bit of a walk. It won't hurt. You know what's coming down here? It sounds like a truck. Nope, it's a bike.
Oh, okay.
This is just a dirt road through here. It's been raining, so it's
the
quite.
road's to our right.
Yeah, it's quite slippery, isn't it?
This is a walk track here.
I know
obviously.
it was, and I that guy mustn't mind a challenge because it's definitely like sandy mud, isn't it?
In drought and dry weather, you're looking for water, and when you get rain, it just turns to mud, and
And it's starting to sprinkle down.
it's gullies and
It's starting to sprinkle now. I've got to,
Try to imagine living out here in the 1880s. You know, here it's just a stone's throw from where we live in suburbia, but back then, that suburbia was not built.
and around here, you're not allowed to really go over these fences because
No.
you end up dropping down a mine shaft. So
it would have been incredibly isolated.
As you can see.
Here in the 1880s.
So there's another car here, but we're trying to get them. I don't know. Obviously, most
Yeah,
of
you
it
have people walking through here.
all the time. Well, it's a walking area now.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be mining. There used to be all mines through here, and now they just use it to walk their dogs and stuff on. There they
Well,
go.
it's a conservation park, so it's a protected ground.
Well,
for the
last time we came
wildlife
here,
and stuff.
we came across that young girl that was walking a dog.
Well, yeah. It's not a national park, so you can walk your dogs through here and whatnot.
Yeah.
They've got to be on a lead, I think. But it's a conservation park, so it's not to be built on and not to be developed.
I'm trying not to get cars in the shot, and it is sprinkling a bit. But we should be okay. Last time it didn't tend to come down that hard, did it?
No, we're not going to do the hot like reproduce the walk we did on the earlier videos.
Oh, hell no. But none of this grass was here last time.
No, it wasn't.
This is, you know.
And then the population here that wasn't German, there was also a high proportion of people from Cornwall.
Yeah.
Hence Cornish pasties are still a
Oh, the Victoria Hill. There we go.
shouting
This is the Victoria Hill Circuit.
Victoria Hill, that's
And most people end up doing this one because, I mean, you can see, look at this. Oh, we missed this.
Oh, we did too.
What's all those things in the ground there?
Mushrooms? I don't know, go and have a look.
It looks like a slag heap, but we're on here. No, they're
I
flowers.
have no idea what they are.
Flowers.
Which
Here we go. There's it.
yeah, they're flowers of some sort.
There we go. Have a look at this. Henry and Sarah Woodfield. Foundation still. So there's a cottage here. Foundation.
Cottage here, yeah.
There's a cottage here
Wow.
on the actual on the goldfields.
Yeah,
that's all that's left of.
That's what's left of their home.
That's what's left of their home. So they
And that
live.
would explain the peppercorn tree.
That would explain it because it wouldn't have been natural here. People planted them, didn't they?
Yes.
So that's why this is all fenced off here between the two car parks.
I must admit, I wondered why they hadn't turned this into part of
Well, that's what all the rubble is because it would have been that bluestone stuff, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, everyone sort of walks this one because this is the shorter.
We've been up on a mound for drainage.
You can see the rain dropping in the.
Yeah.
In
And
the
in the background there, that's Gawler.
yeah. I don't know if I can zoom because I
Yeah, no, you won't zoom in far enough, but
yeah,
you're looking at Gawler there.
that's Gawler. But we'll go and show people the first shafts and stuff. But this is the Victoria Hill site.
Yeah.
We'll just have a quick look at a couple of the shafts. What's this? Animal control through here. Okay. Hopefully we don't lose the internet connection.
Apparently kangaroos breed a bit like rabbits,
Yeah.
so you end up with a lot of them.
And kangaroo poo everywhere. But this is all what's left of the, I guess, it's the Barossa Goldfields, but it's really the hills above Gawler.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the southern edge of the Barossa up here.
Yeah. And this is what's left of all the mine shafts.
Yeah.
And we tried to read this in the video before. We can now if we'd like. This is what I don't understand. It's like, do you want to read it or do you want to just... There was 100 miners here in,
Yeah.
was it 1869?
869.
And
about 93 kilos of gold all up is what was produced. So,
which is about, would be in these days, $250,000.
Yeah.
Which is really not a lot, is it?
It wasn't a rich gold field, so
No.
it's locally, historically interesting, but
Everyone seems to talk about the Barossa Valley and the goldfields, and you know, I mean, they talk about the
Barossa,
we talk about the Barossa, we talk about
the wine,
the wine,
stuff,
yeah, all the wineries and the vineyards.
Yeah.
But I have heard talk about the goldfields.
Yeah.
And you know, there's not much left these days, and what we're looking at here is another remnants of another shaft, right here.
Yeah.
But there's another one that's just, there's even a bigger one over here. You can't even see the bottom of it.
You're wondering what these sort of, you know, depressions in the ground is. Yeah, you're talking about mining shafts, and they've fallen in, and
yeah,
that's what you have left now.
Yeah, and like we're talking, well, it was mid to late 1800s, eh?
Yeah.
But
in some ways, this is preserved because it would be hard to build upon.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You wouldn't want your kids running around here.
You wouldn't really, no.
And it's like, you know, there's a lot of housing development in the northern suburbs and even around Gawler.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't want to put houses along here.
Not up here, no.
No. Anyway, we'll head up the top of the hill here.
Yeah.
Because if you want to watch, if you want to get more of the Barossa Goldfields, we have 3 videos on the channel. Go back and see them. You know, where we went into them in more depth. We even went out to the old cottages and stuff.
And what we've noticed for a long time now is there's a lot of old stone buildings and ruins of old stone buildings around the place, and we've kept talking. We've got to go and, you know, photograph and film these places.
Yeah.
But we haven't really worked out how to do that and turn it into a video. So, but
yeah,
there's ideas filtering through for.
And a lot of the people that watch, that are subscribers to our channel, love trains. They love history.
But we've got one train line through here, and it's disused at the moment.
They're going to open it up soon, aren't they?
There's plans to open up the part of it for the new Concordia development.
Hopefully within our lifetime.
Well, yeah, the plans are within our lifetime, so.
Because, like I said, there's a lot of development in the area.
They've just released the initial document for rezoning the land. And
they're going to continue on the line going north of Gawler.
Yeah.
All right. Well, somebody else has popped in. I don't know who you are.
Oh, hi.
Hi, whoever you are. All those that popped in, including Danny from History Hunter Down Under. Thank you. All our subscribers. It's beautiful country out here. Absolutely beautiful. This was nausea earlier with the farmer with his equipment on. That's Gawler out there. I don't know if I can zoom in a little bit. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching the live feed. I'll be able to turn around and say goodbye.
Yeah, okay.
All right, thank you very much for popping in. More videos coming during the week, and we'll see you hopefully next Friday.
Yeah.
With more information. Okay, bye for now.
Bye for now.
I'm Bridget.
I'm Julie.
Take care. Bye for now.